Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. How's everybody doing today? As for me, I got me some cardio. I'm heading on back. I found me some nice streets over there where I can probably go live better. I just don't know about you want to go that ways because it's high grass. Don't want to run into no rattlesnakes. You know, here in Texas, they're everywhere. But I'll show you the foundation. Maybe if they cut the grass one day, I'll do a live from there. See that tree foundation right there? Pretty nice area, it looks like. You might never know, but you might run in here in Texas. Let me see if there's a path. But yeah, it's high grass. I don't want to run into no snakes. See, there's a lot of shade there. But like I said, there could be snakes there. So I'm not trying to risk it. You know, this weather, this heat weather, they're out and about. So I'm just gonna stay on the path, on the road. But up here to my left, where the grass is cut, there is some trees that are pretty nice down this driveway that I can probably go talk more in depth. Hope everybody is doing great today. As for me, I'm just hanging in there. These allergies, they hit me pretty bad, man. Ever since they cut this grass here, when I was walking, boy, they hit me hard. Been having some rough nights trying to go to sleep. But I know that if I just lay in bed and don't do no exercise or do nothing about it, that I'm not going to get any better. So that's why I'm walking right now, trying to get the immune system working so it can help me heal from these allergies. You know, they're pretty horrendous. Yeah, I used to do lives all the time by myself back in the day, just to send a spiritual message. So this is nothing new. You know, if anybody's, you know, like freaking out, like, when Abe goes live just about every day. Well, there's nothing new. I used to do this all the time before in my old profile when I was in the positive spiritual side. Site. I used to go live there all the time, and not just there, but in other live feeds. I make videos just like this, you know, and just talk to whoever's viewing or whoever might view the video. You know, I just talk spiritually. But besides that, you know, there's nothing new. You know, as I'm walking here in the sun, there's nothing new either. I'm originally from Texas. South Texas is way hotter than here. But where I've been in the military, way hotter. Out in Desert Storm, in Kuwait, guarding the Iraqi border, it's 126, 130 there. So you literally have to drink water. If you don't drink water, you'll dehydrate. So you have to drink a lot of water where you're out there. I'm talking about gallons of water or liters of water. You gotta drink. You gotta drink. And that's during the day and at nighttime. You know, if you're out there in the wilderness, you're not drinking enough water. You know, some of the things, side effects of that is hallucinations also. When your body doesn't have enough fluid in it, you can hallucinate. Some of the symptoms of not having enough fluid in your system, being dehydrated. Hallucination is one of them. Cramps in your stomach, sweaty palms, your eyes, they start dilating pretty bad. But those are just some of the signs of you don't have enough water in your system. you're dehydrated, which it can cause all kinds of bad things for you, especially if you get dehydrated. You will have to go to the emergency room so they can give you some IVs to rehydrate you. I've seen it when I was in the military, where soldiers, they pass out because they're not drinking enough water. So then they have to take them in the ambulance to the hospital so they can get like 2 to 3 bags of IVs in them just to rehydrate. But yes, for those that are out there, they go into the woods, you gotta make sure you drink water, not just during the day, but at nighttime also. You gotta stay hydrated, brothers and sisters. I've been in all kinds of weather. I've been in the heat. I've been in the freezing cold in Germany, below zero. Like I said, I've been in the desert where it's 126, 130 at times. I've been in all kinds of environments, and I've trained in the woods. When I was in the cav, that's all we do is just train in the woods, be doing maneuvers and training. So I've seen all kinds of things, man, of all the environments I've been in. Whether I've seen wildcats, cougars, wild boars with tusks in Germany. I've seen sand vipers, scorpions, camel spiders, some big ass, excuse my language, some big old lizard that was longer than the tank that was out there in along the border in the Iraqi border when we were guarding back in '95. I've seen identified flying objects, since we're out there in the front lines. I've seen this unidentified flying objects that are flying up in the air and doing figure eights, and they're moving real fast, and they're changing colors, like from blue to red to green, and they move so fast that all of a sudden they just go straight up into the atmosphere. At the same time, I've also run into other things being in the military. When I was out there in Desert Storm, I went there twice. Back in '95, I went to guard the border again. I ran into what they call the djinn, which the djinn can manifest itself. The way I seen the djinn when I was out there was pretty tall, and he had like a robe over it. But he liked playing games. He'll come mess with you. While I was laying asleep in my sleeping bag, he'll come and pull the bottom of my sleeping bag, or come and try to choke me out as I was laying down. So when I finally left that area, I was just glad to leave, because the djinn it plays dirty. It's not gonna reveal itself to you spiritually, especially if you have the spiritual ability to tie, bind, and rebuke it. So it's gonna play games. Just reminds me of this disembodied Nephilim, and what you want to call them, disembodied Nephilim, or skinwalkers or wendigos. That's the kind of games they play. They don't want to show them true selves to you. So it's about getting you to believe in them. If you believe in them, then that's the opening it needs to attack you spiritually. I know I have some pictures on there that are kind of blurry, but you can still see. I can see what's there. I know there's some other people that see what's there. I really don't have to do an outline or place anything to see what's there, because you can see it. But I do have seen other pictures that people claim to be Bigfoots or Dogman, but I don't see nothing there. I just see a blur, because the pictures are so photoshopped or photocropped that you can't really see nothing. And they're just pointing out. I think the best way to be able to see if something's there is, I'm home already, to see if something's there is, they just put in the regular picture and point it out with an arrow, and people can look into it from a distance. I try not to say too much on some of the pictures that I see that I don't see nothing. If I don't see nothing, it's because, honestly, I really don't see nothing, especially if it's when you go into to photocropping a picture and you get it too close, then you go into matrixing, which is, that's what you're doing, is matrixing. Just like when people say that the tree and you get something up a tree, it's called pareidolia, or an object, you know, something that resembles something, it's called pareidolia. But there, in the pictures that I've taken, it's beyond that. You can see there's something there spiritual, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. You know, there's people that acknowledge what's in my pictures. I just place them out there so people can know that spiritual battle is real. You know, whoever has heard my stories from Dogman episode 53, I say that I felt that it was demonic. Till this day, I still remain the same, that I feel it's demonic. In the pictures, you can see this beings. Let me go inside. In this picture, I can see these beings that are there. They're in beastly form, and they all do not look the same. They all look different, you know. In which the disembodied Nephilim or anything demonic can turn into those forms of different creatures, different beings. I'm thinking about. Let me sit down here. A little bit winded from that walk. Yes, I'm thinking about getting all my pictures that I've made in the past couple of months, and so you can see that that this beings can take different forms, and they all look different. But in some kind of way, they manifest themselves to look into a beastly form. You know, when anybody looks at footage, right? When they're looking at footage, they're either screenshotting, or if they caught something verbally, you know, they download, they go to the time frame, and they say, well, I heard say something here between certain time frames. So they get it, and they say, oh look, it says say something here, and they get it in that manner. Well, I went back into my videos and I screenshotted where I was seeing things. So it's the same thing and no different than when somebody goes back and does their EVPs to see if they go back to see if they hear anything when they're asking questions, or see if they catch any kind of paranormal activity. It's no different than what I do when I took those screenshots. You know, I went back to my videos just to see, you know, because I was in the midst of a spiritual battle. I wanted to go back into there just to make sure it wasn't just my imagination or my mind. And they're there, you know, for whoever's viewed my pictures. You can see what's there. There's nothing hidden. It's open. It's looking, you know, and they were all around me spiritually, you know. Sometimes when you're spiritually, you're fighting spiritually, you might have something that's on you that's stopping you from holding you back from to be able to see exactly what's there. You know, they target to tie and bind your senses, so you won't be able to hear them, you won't be able to see them, or sense them spiritually. But no matter how much I tried, you know, I still managed a way to overcome them. You know, when I overcame them spiritually, it's when I tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus' name. You know, and I moved on forward in a positive way in my life. But yes, they do exist. They're not there manifesting themselves around me in those pictures in spirit form. I mean, they're not manifesting around me in the flesh. They're manifesting themselves around me in spirit form, which leads to the question, you know, if I can't see them, if I couldn't see them, they were that close to me in the pictures, then what are they? They have to be in spirit form, because it was something physically, I would be able to hear it, and I would have been able to see it, you know. And I believe them to be from the spiritual realm. They come and go, you know, and if you're targeted, they don't come by themselves. They come in many to try to come and spiritually attack you. In which, when I see that video, when those pictures that I take those screenshots, that's what I see. I see so many different beastly creatures targeting me. They were coming at me at once, and they all look different. They all look different. They didn't look the same. There's no way in the world I can make it look like a beast, or whether it be a dogman, a squash, a troll, a ghost-like creature, a wraith, or a death angel. Death, there's no way in the world I can make that happen. I'm not into the film industry of doing that. That's a legit pictures or screenshots that were taken from my videos from Positive Spiritualist before my account of Abe Cias that got permanently banned from Facebook. I'm still able to, since I'm the mod person with my backup account on Positive Spiritualist, I can still look into those videos. I cannot share them because they don't let me, but I can screenshot the pictures that are in there, and that's what I've been doing. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is mainly so for all the doubters that are out there, right? That some of them that have nothing nice to say, that they want to joke about the spiritual realm, they want to joke about God and all this stuff, and they want to throw their 2 cents of how they think this flesh and blood. Well, in those pictures, that's my proof to you, for those doubters. That's my proof to you that these creatures, or should I say, disembodied Nephilim, demonic creatures, realm creatures, gatekeepers, portal guards, dimensional beings, or whatever you want to call them. Me, I just call them spiritual beings. That they are for real, and that when you do run into one of them, he might come at you in a spiritual form that you don't even know that it might be right there by you. So you better be spiritual ready when you do go into these woods or wherever you go to, because they're everywhere. They're not just in one area. They're not just in Texas. They're not just in Tennessee, Kentucky, Michigan. They're all over the world, and they exist, and they will manifest near you, by you, just to try to, I should say, deceive you. And that's one of the reasons I've been placing so many pictures on my site, Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. Sometimes I have trolls that come and say something negative, but that's what they're about. They're people that troll. But I place those pictures. If I could, I'm just waiting for if there's going to be some certain technology that I'll be able to look into this video more in depth to be able to get even a better, stronger image. But to me, I can see it with the naked eye right there, that it's there. You can see the beastly form. I mean, like I said, there's no way in the world that I'm going to be able to get so much footage from an area, from walking from just a path of so many spiritual creatures. There's nowhere in the world that can happen. Some people that do their footage, they're lucky if they get a whisper or something, but for them to get an image, like as many images that I got, that's just to let you know that my story of when I was saying I was being spiritually attacked is the truth, 100%. That there was no lie in that. And like I said, I have the proof. I'm showing you the proof through those screenshots of the images of these beastly creatures that were around me. I know there's some people that are not going to like what I'm saying right now because they want to believe that they're real, that they're in the flesh. They talk about how they have DNA evidence. They talk about they have hair samples, and they talk about all those things. But I'm just here to tell you that I have the proof right there that there are spiritual beings. They don't travel in one. How can you see something that looks like a dog man and a Bigfoot together, right? When the people that believe that they're flesh and blood, they talk about their enemies, right? But how can you see them, a dog man and a squash, in a picture together? I got a picture like that where they're side by side. But you see, to me, they're disembodied Nephilim. They're spiritual beings in which when they come into a realm, they manifest to whatever they want to manifest to. I have other pictures of where they look different than a dogman and a Bigfoot. You know, there's one that looks like a giant troll or gnome of some sort. I have some that they look like they have a skull on their face, like death. But besides all that, I'm just here making this quick video. You know, finish my cardio, just to let you know. Be careful what you give power to and what you believe in. That's all I got to say about that. Just to be careful what you give power to. I know there's a lot of people searching for answers, and a lot of people want to believe that these beings are real. You know, they do exist, but not in the flesh. They exist in the spiritual aspect, in the spiritual realm. But they can manifest themselves to look real, to look like a fox, to look like a dog, to look like a person, to look like a werewolf-like creature, to look like a Bigfoot, to look like a cryptid. They have that ability to do that, to manifest themselves in that form. So when you're seeing it, or you're witnessing it, you're thinking it's real, but it's really a manifestation. A manifestation that they're taking forms, a certain form, so people can believe in it, you know, and that's what it does. You know, that's what it drives on. That's what its power is, its ability. And if you give it power and you believe in it, then it's already got an opening to attack your vessel. Not just attack your vessel, but attach itself to you. And follow you home. And change the way you are as an individual. Get a little bit more moodier. You know, I see that a lot on some of the videos of people that do lives or have podcasts, how there's a lot of people that are being afflicted in that manner. You know, you got some people that they have problems that they had before. They try to kick the bucket and try to get on the right path, but the habit that they had is luring them back to that path. The past of being lost, the past of being how they were. You know, they're being afflicted in that manner. You see it in the lives. You know that when I'm seeing their lives, and you can tell there's something wrong with them. It's not that they're being spiritually attacked. It's that they've gone back awry. They've gone back on that path that we're on before. You know, and I can't watch it. You know, the reason I can't watch it when somebody is in that manner is because if there is something negative there that's got them back on that path, well, the negative can jump to whoever's viewing it. That's why I choose not to view it. You know, the only thing I can do is pray for individuals, but at the same time, it's upon the individual themselves if they want to change the path that they're on. But you can tell when somebody's back out of the wagon, you know, when they're back on what they were doing before. You see individuals that they don't think they're being spiritually attacked in any kind of way, but when they have to take, whether it's a minute, a couple of seconds, or a couple of minutes, just to make fun of somebody, or should I say, target people, mocking people, how they feel about an individual. But they don't have they can't say the real names, I guess. You know, to me, that person's being bonded. You know, you can tell they're being bonded, you know, whether they want to accept it or not, they're being bonded, you know. People call it comedy, but you don't have to make fun of somebody to call it comedy. But when when all your lives, you have to target somebody in that nature, then that's really showing your true character, how you are as an individual. But that's on you. You know, you want to be that way, hey, that's on you. But me, I'd rather not listen to that kind of nonsense. Just like I said, if somebody is out of the bandwagon and you can see there's something definitely wrong with them, you know, they're not acting themselves. They're acting like I guess they got something in their system. That I can view that, you know, and I choose not to view that. The only thing I can do is pray for people. But besides that, you know, I'm just making this quick video. I'm done doing my cardio. Love, light, and blessings to every single one of y'all. Always maintain a love foundation, and always remember that the Heavenly Father is always with you, regardless of whoever tries to come up against you spiritually, or when you're going through something spiritually. You're never alone. All you got to do is call upon Him, and He will assist you. Release yourselves from the bondage that you're on. You have that ability. You're greater than the bondage. You're greater than the bondage that you're on right now. The bondage that got control over you, you can break out of that, but it's up to you. Think about your children. Think about your loved ones. Who you letting down? Who are you letting down? Is the high? Are you letting the high down? Or are you letting your children down? Your family members down? Are you letting your loved ones down? You know, this is nobody's gonna want to say it, but I'm saying it. I'm saying it because it needs to be said. Who are you letting down? Your loved ones. You know, when you got to do what you was doing, if I remember correctly, you said you was doing it because you want to leave a legacy. You want to leave a legacy for your loved ones, right? For your children. You want to leave a legacy for whoever is around you that you love. But you're doing the opposite right now. You're going against what you said you wanted to do. So I'm going to know what happened from when you said you want to leave a legacy for your children. What happened to you, brother? What happened to you? I cannot see you this way. I cannot see you this way, brother. You know, I know you could say that maybe because it's been in your life for so long that you went that way again. But think about it. You said you want to leave a legacy to your children, that you're not a loser, that you want them to live a positive image of yourself to your children, that you are somebody. That's why you're doing the lives that you do. You can still do it. You can release yourself from the bondage. I believe you can. Just have to be strong. Do other things. If a thought comes into your mind, hit the weights, brother. Go for a walk. And for those who are tempting you to go back in that road, they're not really your friends, brother. They're not really your friends. They're just party friends. And you know who I'm talking to. I'm just trying to look up for you, man. But it's a personal choice. It's your choice. But just remember your words. I'm just saying what you said to everybody, that you're trying to leave a legacy for your children. And by going back on that bad road, well, you're not leaving a legacy at all. You're just tainting yourself as a person longer. You got to make the spiritual stand. It's upon you. I cannot help you. The only thing I can do is give you spiritual wisdom, give you advice, but the ultimate decision is going to be yours. I believe you had a pretty good platform there, but by you going on this path again, man, when I see the videos, I don't even want to listen, bro, because I don't think I'm the only one that feels that way. I think there's other people. I mean, you're going against the words that you said you wanted to do. We all heard you. You said, like I said, you want to leave a legacy for your children, and you don't want them to think you're a loser in life. That's what you said, I believe. But if you need help, brother, give me a holler. I'll help you, man. I'll talk to you. Give me a holler through Messenger. Sometimes when the negativity has a stronghold on us or on anybody, you don't want to let you loose. You don't want you to be your own person. He don't want you to think for yourself. He wants to keep you bonded. So he's going to bring those temptations back into your life to get you back down the bad road. But that's all for right now, brothers and sisters. Everybody have a beautiful, blessed day. God bless every single one of y'all. Peace.